Hold on to your hats, petrol heads. Ferrari, the very symbol of roaring engines and tire-shredding performance, is going electric. Yes, you read that right. The prancing horse is ditching fossil fuels for batteries. This isn't just big news. It's a full-blown earthquake shaking the very foundations of the automotive world. For decades, Ferrari has been synonymous with one thing: pure, unadulterated combustion engine magic. Their cars are more than just machines, they're visceral experiences, symphonies of snarling exhaust notes and breathtaking acceleration. So, the question on everyone's lips is simple. Can an electric Ferrari truly be a Ferrari? This is a company that built its legend on screaming V12s and the intoxicating aroma of high-octane fuel. Now they're venturing into the silent, sterile world of electrons and charging stations. It's a gamble, a massive leap of faith. Will it pay off? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the automotive landscape is about to get a whole lot more interesting. So, what do we actually know about this electrified prancing horse? Well, Ferrari is keeping their cards close to their chest, but a few juicy details have slipped out. Get ready for a high-riding, battery-powered beast that's set to hit the streets in 2025. Don't think for a second that this is some eco-warrior's Prius in disguise. This is still a Ferrari, through and through. We're talking blistering acceleration, neck-snapping performance, and handling that'll leave you breathless. The whispers on the grapevine suggest a powerful electric motor at each wheel, providing all-wheel drive grip and mind-boggling horsepower figures. And, forget about range anxiety, this Ferrari is rumored to pack enough battery power to outrun even the most ardent Tesla fanboy. But there's one crucial element that Ferrari simply cannot afford to get wrong: the sound. They're promising an authentic Ferrari soundtrack, amplified and sculpted to stir the soul. Whether they can pull it off remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure: the electric revolution just got a whole lot louder. Benedetto Vigna, the man at the helm of Ferrari, isn't your typical car guy. He's an electronics whiz, a semiconductor maestro who cut his teeth in the tech world. And he's got a vision for Ferrari, one that embraces the future without betraying the past. Vigna knows that Ferrari can't afford to be left behind in the electric revolution, but he also understands that the soul of a Ferrari lies in its emotional appeal, its ability to stir the passions like no other car can. His mission? To inject Ferrari's DNA, that intoxicating blend of performance, style and exclusivity, into the electric era. He wants to create an EV that's not just fast but feels alive, a car that connects with the driver on a visceral level. Vigna sees Tesla as the benchmark, the disruptor that forced the automotive old guard to confront the electric future. But he's also clear that Ferrari won't be following Elon Musk's lead blindly. Ferrari, in Vigna's eyes, is about more than just functionality. It's about passion, heritage and the sheer joy of driving. It's a tall order, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Ferrari. Stepping onto the electric playing field, Ferrari is about to enter a whole new league of competition. Gone are the days of dueling with Lamborghini on Italian mountain passes. Now, the prancing horse will lock horns with a new breed of electric beasts. First up, there's the reigning champion of ludicrous speed, the Tesla Model X Plaid. With its bonkers acceleration and tech-laden interior, the Plaid is a formidable opponent. Can Ferrari out-tech the tech giant? But it's not just Silicon Valley that Ferrari needs to worry about. From Croatia comes the Rimac Nevera, a 1,914 horsepower electric hypercar that's rewriting the rules of performance. And let's not forget the Pininfarina Battista, another Italian stallion with electric dreams. Then there's the luxury contingent. Rolls-Royce, with its stately Spectre EV, will be gunning for Ferrari's well-heeled clientele. And lurking in the shadows are the German giants, Porsche, Audi and Mercedes-Benz, all ready to pounce with their own high-performance electric offerings. The battle for electric supremacy is about to get very interesting indeed. Ferrari's electric adventure is not without its perils. In fact, the road ahead is littered with potential pitfalls. The biggest challenge? Maintaining the brand's soul in the age of silent, soulless electric motors. Ferrari is all about passion, about the visceral roar of a high-revving engine and the thrill of pushing a machine to its limits. Can an electric car, even one wearing the prancing horse badge, truly replicate that feeling? Then there's the issue of exclusivity. Ferrari has built its reputation on crafting limited edition masterpieces, cars so exclusive that even millionaires have to wait in line. Can they maintain that aura of exclusivity while mass-producing electric vehicles? And let's not forget the competition. As we've seen, Ferrari is entering a crowded arena, filled with established players and ambitious newcomers, all vying for a piece of the electric pie. Can the prancing horse stand out from the herd and retain its crown as the king of performance? The stakes are high, the challenges are real, but If there's one car maker that can defy the odds and rewrite the rules of the game, it's Ferrari. Section 6. The sound of silence. Recreating the Ferrari symphony. Let's face it, the sound of a Ferrari is more than just noise, it's an integral part of the experience. The guttural roar of a V12, the spine-tingling shriek of a flat-playing crank V8. These are the sounds of automotive legends. So how do you replicate that with an electric motor? It's a question that's keeping Ferrari engineers up at night. They know they can't just slap a generic EV whine on their electric masterpiece. It has to be special, unique, something that screams Ferrari even without the roar of internal combustion. The solution: augmentation. Think of it as a carefully crafted aural illusion, a symphony of electric motor noises blended with synthesized sounds, all designed to evoke the emotional response of a classic Ferrari engine. Will it work? Can a synthesized soundtrack truly replace the real deal? It's a gamble, but Ferrari is betting big on their ability to create an electric soundscape that's both authentic and exhilarating. Get ready to hear the future of Ferrari, and it might just sound familiar. Section 7. Exclusivity versus accessibility, the production conundrum. Ferrari faces a delicate balancing act as it enters the electric age. On one hand, there's the brand's legendary exclusivity, the carefully cultivated image of handcrafted masterpieces reserved for the lucky few. On the other hand, there's the reality of electric vehicle production, which demands scale and efficiency. Can Ferrari ramp up production to meet the demands of the electric market without diluting its exclusive image? It's a question that's plagued other luxury car makers as they've transitioned to EVs. One solution could be to create a distinct sub-brand for its electric vehicles, much like Lexus did with Toyota. This would allow Ferrari to maintain its exclusive image for its combustion engine models while appealing to a wider audience with its EVs. Another option is to embrace limited production runs and high price tags for its electric offerings. This would preserve the aura of exclusivity while also mitigating the risk of overproduction. Whatever path Ferrari chooses, one thing is clear: the company cannot afford to ignore the demands of the electric market. The prancing horse must adapt to survive, but it must do so without compromising the very essence of what makes a Ferrari special. Section 8. Plugging in. The charging infrastructure challenge. Here's a sobering thought. You can build the most incredible electric Ferrari in the world, but it's useless if your customers can't charge it. That's the challenge facing Ferrari, and indeed, the entire automotive industry, as we transition to an electric future. The charging infrastructure simply isn't there yet. Sure, there are charging stations popping up like mushrooms after the rain, but the experience is still a far cry from the convenience of pulling into a gas station. For Ferrari owners accustomed to a certain level of luxury and convenience, the current state of charging infrastructure is simply unacceptable. Long wait times, unreliable chargers, and limited availability are all major turn-offs. Ferrari has a few options. They could partner with existing charging networks to provide their customers with preferential access and a more premium experience. Or they could go it alone, building their own exclusive network of high-speed chargers at strategic locations frequented by their clientele. Either way, Ferrari cannot afford to ignore the charging infrastructure challenge. It's a critical piece of the puzzle, and one that could make or break the success of their electric ambitions. Section 9. The finish line. A defining moment for Ferrari. The year is 2025. The world holds its breath as Ferrari pulls the silk sheet off its first ever electric vehicle. It's a pivotal moment, not just for Ferrari, but for the entire automotive industry. The success or failure of this electric stallion will have far-reaching consequences. It will determine whether Ferrari can retain its position as a leader in the automotive world, or whether it will become another victim of disruption. The skeptics are already sharpening their knives, ready to pounce at the first sign of weakness. They argue that an electric Ferrari is a contradiction in terms, a betrayal of the brand's heritage. But Ferrari has never been afraid of a challenge. In fact, the company has a long history of defying expectations and emerging stronger than ever. And let's not forget the legions of Ferrari fans eager to see their beloved brand embrace the future. The finish line is in sight. The checkered flag is waving. Can Ferrari cross it in style and claim victory in the electric revolution? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be one hell of a ride.